What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Swish Life Garage, and today I'm going to be working on the new project car, the Del Sol. Right now I don't really got any money to spend on it, so I'm going to be doing some things that I could do without money, and maybe you guys as well. I know a lot of people be running low on cash or whatever circumstance they have going on, but they still want to do something to their car. So maybe you guys as well could just follow along and give you some ideas of what you could do to your car as far as, you know, freshen it up a little bit. So today I'm going to be working on the interior. First thing I need to do, I need to get that driver's side door to open, because I'm not about to pull the whole interior with just the passenger door working. And so first thing, get that driver's side door working, have the doors open, pull everything completely out of it. Me personally, whenever I'm looking to buy or sell a car, interior has to be nice. It has to be crispy, and but you know, me personally, I know things I could do to the car and that I could clean it up and stuff. But especially if you're looking to buy or sell a car, a lot of people want that interior to be nice. You don't want it to be dirty, and you know, you drive the car and then you feel like you need to take a shower, or like you got fries and like a spilled drink, you know, from before, from like a year ago. So, you know, you want that thing to be nice. You spend most of your time in there, you know, going to work, going wherever you need to go. Like I said, we're going to be cleaning out the interior today, and hopefully you guys can follow along and maybe do this to your car as well. Alright, let's try to get this door open. Obviously these door handles are, if you guys don't take care of them, you know they'll break. Obviously this one's not cared for, but the door handle is broken right here because it comes all the way out, so they hit it and they cracked it. And the reason why it wasn't opening is because right here it doesn't have that little plastic piece to where it connects to the door cable to open up the door. So gotta make sure you get that, but this is pretty much trash to me. Let me go ahead and take the rest of this stuff out. Take out the rear panels. I'm gonna have to take out the dead pedal down there. Take off those corny ricer pedals. And undo these seat belts. Let's get back to it. Alright, so got a lot ripped out of here already, and took out the lower dash panel. I want to get all this wiring out and just take all of this out, because I am not going to run that sub. It's not even, you guys hear that noise? There's a rooster up there. Weird activities in my neighborhood. I took off this shield that was underneath the dash. Like this right here. Took it off to see where these wires went for this little switch, and it actually goes right here. So on the switch you got green, blue, minimum, maximum. If you see right here, it kind of I know it's not really dark right now, but it's supposed to be green right now, and then if I turn it down, you can see it turns down. So it's green in like the center, and then if I go to blue, see it goes to blue right there. The lights weren't working. Sometimes I would have to hit like the dash or like the switch right here, the light switch. It's because I'm pretty sure they didn't do the wiring real good onto these lights, and so that's why it's not really doing so well. Just so you guys know, that's what the switch does. And I took out all the wiring in here in the interior, so I'm not going to be running the sub. I gotta wire these speakers back up. Might get some other speakers in here, and yeah, we got a lot of work to do, but you guys can see what's going on. But one thing I wanted to do before this day ends, I'm gonna keep recording though, and take all these little corny stickers off, and just so we have a clean car. Alright, so it's a new day, and I got the spare tire out. It was just a little stuck, got some pliers, and then it easily turned out. And so got that out. Some parts right here. Alright, so in the trunk, looks like got a little bit of rust right there. We'll check it out. Bunch of leaves. Oh, it rained a little bit last night. I don't see any water here, but I do see a little bit of water here in the corner, so got to see where that's coming from. But first thing, got the vacuum. I'm going to vacuum everything out, and then I'm going to get the hose and, you know, wet everything down a little bit, start to clean out some of the dirt in here, and just get it really clean. Then we'll see if we have any leaks coming. Alright, so I cleaned up the seals real nice with some dish soap and a brush, so they're nice and clean, especially from all those leaves and dirt just staying in there. And real clean. Cleaned up the trunk area. Got all that old dirt, especially on these little stoppers right here. Cleaned up the target top holder. Now for the seals, to kind of give them a little bit more life, I mean they feel real nice right now, but I'm gonna put some dielectric grease all over it. I'm gonna go all around it, and you know, it's like a grease lubricant for the seals, and it gives the rubber a little bit more life to it, so it stays like supple. Alright, so the battery had died, but I got all this rust out with the angle grinder with the wire wheel on it. And so got the major rust out. There's, you know, little tiny areas where there might be some rust, but I'm not really worried about that. Right now, just focusing on the heavy rust. And I'm about to spray it with some Rust-Oleum primer, and then I'm going to put about 3 coats of primer and then just let it dry, and then we'll move on. But so far looking real clean in here. Alright, so trunk is all cleaned up. Primer on there, Rust-Oleum, so it should be good. And I'm going to leave it just like that. Now I'm going to see if there's any trunk leaks. I know it's not really wise to do it with like fresh primer, but I'm going to do it anyways. So I just wanted to get everything real clean and then work on any leaks. And then if there is, you know, I might have to buy a part or something. So it just gives me an idea of what I'm going to have to get for this car. And plus, you know, just clean up the car. And then I'll start cleaning up the panels. Alright, so we got some leaks. A leak right here for the trunk. And we also got a leak from the tail light and the other tail light as well. And looks like we got a leak right there, and that comes from the pillars right here. The gasket, well, the one of the grommets has to be placed in with some silicone so it doesn't leak. I believe actually probably all the grommets on there, I mean the clips have to be in there. Actually just figured out that the reason why the water is leaking back here is because if you see, it's coming from right here, and that's because the drains are plugged for the rear window, so it starts to fill up with water. Basically you have like a whole little aquarium in your, like the back of your seat, so you can see it seeping, coming out. And so I gotta undo those drains and see what's plugging them up. I'm going to be scrubbing with I have OxyClean and water in there, just a tiny bit of OxyClean, and then just put some water there, and then I'm gonna hit it with this like carpet washer. I just have water in there, and it's just gonna really clean it out after all those years of the dust and whatever, you know, people throw in the trunk. And you know, it could be grease on there, whatever it may be. But I already cleaned some other parts over here. Cleaned up the jack, just wiped it off, and then wiped it with a little bit of transmission oil, just so it gets the corrosion, it stops any of that corrosion. Cleaned up this little pouch for the tools here, the little bolt for the tire, spare tire. Washed up the spare tire, put some air in there. I got the bolt and chased the threads down with the die, and a few new threads down there in the bottom section over here. And there's grease on there on the bolt itself because there was corrosion on there, and so when I bolt it back into the trunk, there'll be grease in there, and hopefully it'll stop any rust so it wouldn't get stuck again. And so if you need to change out the flat tire, it'll be a breeze. I gotta get to the trunk panels, clean those up, and we'll see if we have more time in the day to do something else. Trunk interior all finished up. And I'll continue the process in the next video.